Welcome back. This is our concluding session, and we're picking up now where we started in terms of the managerial challenges, the letter of Larry Fink, the idea that current day managers, CEOs, need to think bigger. They need to think beyond profitability and profit maximization. They need to, and are called to, even for financial reasons, as Larry Fink sort of makes very clear, to think about a higher social purpose. So this session now will focus on the relationship between organizations and society. We looked at us as individuals, at teams, at organizations, and now it's organizations and society. So one step up. And this is very critical because for many, many decades, managers did not necessarily have to care about how organizations and their organizations interact with society. It was, as we will see, basically it was assumed that whatever is good for business is good for society. And now this is switching in a way. Now, given the many challenges that we talked about in session 1 and 2, society and effects on the environment, or the environment influence business, influence the organization. Of course, this is obvious, you could say. It's like, well, this was always the case. And in fact, it is much easier to see us and business embedded in society, embedded in the environment, right? Unfortunately, the economistic way of looking at business flips it around and has basically said society, or in the environment, is important to society, society is important to business, and business is important to financial markets, and financial markets dominate, and therefore everything has to be at service to shareholder value maximization, to the stock price. It is interesting to note that Larry Fink is one of those investors, and he's saying this is not a workable model. This cannot sustain itself. So we're at the cusp, and maybe even in the middle, of a fundamental paradigm shift here. And we're going to explore now more how this is impacting organizations. You will get some conceptual pieces that you will read and discuss, and then also some practical examples of organizations that are already in that shift of mindset, that have transformed from an economistic perspective to what I call a humanistic perspective.